Are women intimidated by attractive men? Curious because I've read a lot of women in Reddit saying they make it very obvious that they're attracted to guys. As a man, I'm almost the opposite by actively ignoring or being cold with them, as a means to create distance. Edit, it's interesting how many not intimidated ladies are here. Makes me wonder how true that is considering how little you hear men being asked out by the woman. Ah. So that's why none of the women at the gym talk to me. Phew. I thought it was because I'm pig ugly. This makes so much sense now. This is why every woman in my state isn't asking me out. Thank God, I thought, I don't know. I'm glad I'm so incredibly handsome that I don't get incessant requests and compliments from women. Damn, I'm so lucky. Phew. I'm a big guy and have been told I'm intimidating before. So I'm assuming it's that and not my great looking genetic code that resembles something you'd see cooked in a meth house. I know from experience, physically intimidating and socially awkward are a bad combination. That checks out. I'm awkward as but I'm a twink, so it must cancel out Lamau. Lamau, it's okay bro, sexy, us guys are supposed to be ugly ones. It depends so much on the individual. Some attractive men have been nicer to me than any other men, and I feel more inclined to accept their friendship because I often feel they're out of my league anyways. Makes the relationship less sexual. Now that I'm older, I have better and healthier relationships with young attractive men for similar reasons. Way better than when I was young. Others have been so mean I avoid them. Someone who you find attractive being mean to you just hits different. That being said, the people who I've had a raw attraction to have not all been traditionally attractive. I can be very intimidated by my crushes regardless of what they look like. I was in a depressive episode and had an ovarian cancer scare, which didn't help. I'm sitting in the gyno's office, looking like a slob, when in walks one of the most handsome men I have ever seen. I was like, this cannot be happening. Totally professional doctor, very direct and to the point. Tells me we're gonna have to do surgery. On the day of surgery, I'm sitting outside on a bed and he arrives. Greets me and heads into the OR. Here is where it gets embarrassing. They are about to put me to sleep and he comes over and explains what's gonna happen next and leans in close. My telltale heart began fucking beating so fast. If he noticed, he said nothing. Nice doctor. I found out how many more women liked me than I thought, when I saw the hints I was supposed to be noticing. Men and women flirt in totally different ways and men don't recognize the secret code. What's the code?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A. They don't include start, that's in your court.
I met a hot dude through friends and I was so intimidated I couldn't even speak to him properly. Took a few weeks before I could hold a conversation with him. So I would say yes. If I'm attracted to the attractive man, yes. But generally attractive men that I don't find myself crushing on, not really. Kind of feel like this is the best answer? Is this a riddle? For me personally, I've always been more intimidated by a man's intelligence and energy. Looks don't intimidate me cause nearly 98% of the time, the personality will smack you back to earth. So no, but his personality could, which would then have the possibility to make him attractive. Edit in response to Ops edit. I have made the first move on two men in my life who I was very attracted to. They were very handsome, yes, but that's not what pushed me. It was the energy that came with it. In fact, I was so taken aback by how attracted to them I was, that I simply could not wait to see if they might make a move, haha. But in contrast, I've found lots of men attractive, and not necessarily make the first move, but not out of intimidation, but I think like us all, fear of rejection and the desire to be approached first. Which is surely true for both parties. I also take the word attractive very literally, so to be pulled to that person. Otherwise they are just very good looking, attractiveness has to be more than physique. Thanks the old gods and the new that I'm both attractive and smart. I hate to intimidate, but there are no other options when you're a golden god unleashing his wrath on the world of womenfolk. I hear you're also a Navy SEAL astronaut doctor. I'm definitely intimidated by men I'm extremely attracted to. It's like your body won't listen to your head because your head just goes to mush. It's next level shyness that I can't stand. I'm fine if they're younger and I'm rock solid, I'll never fall in love with them, but if they're age appropriate, I'm useless. Is that why the older women at the gym are so sweet and friendly, but women close to my age are like kinda aloof and just sometimes look at me when they walk by? This one girl I've seen a bunch only just started saying hi recently. I could be and probably am way off with this, just trying to figure it out. I've been told I've intimidated women into not saying anything to me because they were crushing on me for years at a time. I missed a lot of signals and they just took my autistic and unsocialized ass as being aloof and indifferent and uninterested. It happens. My lady friends will refuse to talk to their gym crush because he's just too damn handsome, no matter how often we remind said friends that they're very attractive people who should just shoot their shot. Why is it so relevant? People have to literally tell me they're flirting. Yes, at the start. Average looking lady here. However, if it's easy to spot that the attraction stops at the looks, then it's so easy to get turned off, the intimidation factor quickly disappears. This is very true. You can slide up and down the 1 to 10 hotness scale as soon as you open your mouth and show me who you are. I've dated a lot of folk who would have rated themselves a 5 or 6 that were bumped up to top tier attractive due to their personality mixed in. I don't know about general, but me personally, yes I am. I avoid them religiously because they're out of my league and I'm afraid my insecurities will make the relationship toxic if I ever decide to date them. I'm better off appreciating their beauty from far. Yes, me too. Personally I am. I rather avoid the guy because I am scared to embarrass myself or not being good enough. I missed a few opportunities because of this, but that's fine because attractive men bring too much problems. Problems now? And thank you for your response, Paradox. I think the main potential problem, and this goes for both sexes, is that for every person too intimidated to take a chance, there are some that will chance their arm and the drop dead gorgeous will get hit on loads. Sometimes in front of their partner. Women don't ask men not because they're intimidated, but because they want them to make the move first. When they like you the most, is when they will do the least, because they are holding out hope that you'll be the one, and the one will approach her and sweep her off her feet. To all the ladies here, shoot your shot. You wouldn't believe how infrequently some attractive guys get hit on by women. It's rather strange. I once had an extremely stunning coworker. He's better looking than many actors I'd say, and he's also kind and responsible with his duties at work. He's unreal in both appearances and personality-wise. One time, as I chit-chat with a customer, I complimented him, said he's ridiculously handsome and he is probably bored of hearing that. And man, that boy got redder than a tomato. He didn't know how to act. It was adorable. I have a feeling that extremely gorgeous people don't get compliments nor hit on as we, the normal, just assume they have had enough of that. Note, I hope wherever he is now in life, he meets with people and things that are as kind and beautiful as he is. There have been a few guys that I have felt this about. There was one guy I used to hang out with in primary school. When we grew up, we had some distance, and he was in the year above me. I always found him completely beautiful. Like flawlessly attractive. We ended up messaging when I was around 22, felt more confident in myself, and asked if we wanted to hang out. Messages were super flirty. I went to his house, and I couldn't speak. If you knew me, you would think this is damn near impossible. We shared a joint that I thought would calm my nerves, but certain strains of weed make me quiet. He had that strain. So I went even quieter but very relaxed. He then went to hang out with his housemate, and I felt uncomfortable being sat there on my own. After days of super heavy sexting. He must have thought she's all talk. He is now married, with a kid, so that ship has sailed. Usually, I am very confident. But it does happen. To anyone who ever claims women aren't as picky as men when it comes to attractiveness and their behavior is different when choosing a partner, read these comments and read the comments in the male version of this thread LMFAO. It's so obvious, yet I've had so many discussions with women online who claim otherwise.
That's all. Thank you. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.